What's happening, everybody? This is Jeff Lightsy Jr. with the Black Boss Channel, the Boss Sports Network. Thank you guys for continued support. Continue to hit the like, share, subscribe, and the notification bell. Now, the biggest blockbuster trade just went down in the NBA. Russell Westbrook was traded from the Houston Rockets after demanding a trade from the Rockets to the Washington Wizards for John Wall in a first-round pick. Westbrook will go up to D.C. and reunite with Scott Brooks, his old coach down at OKC for 7 years. John Wall heads down to Houston to play with James Harden and reunites with his former UK teammate, Boogie Cousins. But here's the thing about this trade. It's a lose for both teams, right? Like, it's actually a lose-lose trade. Nobody wins in this deal. Maybe, I guess you could say, the Rockets probably are the biggest winners in this trade. If there was a winner, I think both teams lost. But if you had to pick a winner, it'd be the Rockets. And here's why. And this is going to sound ridiculous, but Westbrook, so you had to get Westbrook out of town because obviously he didn't want to play with James Harden anymore. The experience wasn't what he thought. They're not going to contend for championships. So he's like, if I'm not going to contend for a championship, I might as well go do what I've always done my entire career, and that's shoot a bunch of shots, be the playmaker, have the ball in my hands 24/7, and he can do that up in Washington. Now they have Bradley Beal, right? Bradley Beal might not want to play with that, but he's going to be able to do that up in Washington, average his numbers, maybe get up around a triple-double again and do what he wants to do, make a bunch of all-star teams and collect his $40 million and go about his day. Hey, more power to you, Russell Westbrook. That is what it is. You'll be like, you might make the playoffs in the East with Westbrook over John Wall, but you're going to be like a 7 seed or an 8 seed. And you're going to play Miami or Milwaukee or somebody good in the first round, and you're going to get bounced out of Boston and get bounced out of the first round. So it is what it is. You average 25 a game, close to 9, 10 assists, 7, 8, 9 rebounds. So do what you do, Westbrook. Houston, on the other hand, gets a crippled, damaged goods John Wall. Do you guys, I don't think most people realize this, but John Wall hasn't played in an NBA game since December 26th of 2018. December 26th of 2018. He hasn't played an NBA game in 2 years. 2 years. Think about John Wall's strengths, right? Like what made him the number 1 overall pick, what got him to All-Star games, what has made his career last this long. It's not his shooting. It's not really his basketball IQ. It's not his off-the-court decisions. It's none of that. It's his speed and athleticism. John Wall has a surgically repaired knee and a surgically repaired Achilles tendon. Those things are not going to be the same. His speed, his athleticism is not going to be the same. He's not a huge player. He's a 6'4" point guard. He's a nice size, but he's not a 6'7", 6'8" wing. And he doesn't shoot. He shoots 30% for his career from the three-point line. So, and he hasn't played basketball in 2 years. And he's owed $40 million, $130 million over the next 3 years. That's what Houston got back. The only reason why I say if I had to pick a winner, it would be Houston is because of the first-round pick. But that first-round pick has so many stipulations on it, like it's so protected that it's top 10 protected, then it's top 20 protected, then it's first round protected. Then if it keeps going all the way down the line to where it becomes 2 second-round picks in like 4 years. So it's so many stipulations because even if the Wizards somehow are just horrible, say they trade away Bradley Beal and they're just like bottom of the East, all the protections will allow them to keep the pick. So never mind. No, nobody's a winner. I say Houston, no, nobody is a winner in this deal. I guess Russell Westbrook's the biggest winner. Because one thing we know about Russ, he's going to be available for the most part. He's going to be available for the most part, and he's going to play hard every single chance he gets. He's going to go out and lay it all out on the line for his team. And we can't say the same about John Wall. Once again, he hasn't played basketball in 2 years. Sometimes he looks unmotivated. Sometimes he doesn't look like he wants to be out there even when he's playing. And the thing that made his game special may not be the same. No, it's definitely not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same. Now, John Wall, the benefit of John Wall is that he's only 30 years old, but we're talking about a major knee surgery that kept him out an entire season, and then a ruptured Achilles. Oh, that is a lot to come back, even for a 30-year-old. But for someone whose game solely relies on athleticism, not an overly skilled or shooting, that's rough to come back from. So that's why I say, Houston is clearly in rebuild mode. They're clearly in tanking mode. Like Like the only thing they got going for them is they still got James Harden on the roster. But outside of James Harden, if they have to give up Harden because he's just adamant about getting out of Houston, I mean, this team is going to be lottery. This team's going to be in the lottery. And Washington, I mean, we know they're no good. They're holding on, trying to appease Bradley Beal, make him happy. But I don't know if this deal does it, because now you're taking the ball out of Bradley Beal, who has become really good with the ball in his hands. He can still play off ball, like we all know that. But he's become really special with the ball in his hands. You take the ball out of his hands and give it to Westbrook and let Westbrook do his thing. I don't know if that's going to make him happy either. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Be sure to hit the like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I'm Jeff Lightsy Jr. at the Black Boss Channel. Thank you guys for listening.